So you clicked on this video for better aim. Today I'm going to be giving you many tips to improve your aim. Like and subscribe if you find this helpful. I'm going to split this video into two sections. So the first section of this video is going to fall under instant ways to improve your aim. Firstly, you need to have static enabled. This is what happens when you have static disabled. Now this is what happens when you have static enabled. Notice a difference there. Well, as I was sliding at first, you could see my crosshair was all over the place. Then when you enable static, the problem is fixed. You need to make sure this is enabled because this is what happens when it's disabled. And now this is what happens when you enable show while aiming. So basically that's what that setting does. You need to make sure you have those two enabled. Whilst you're at it, you might as well enable this as well. Make sure you watch till the end, by the way, because I give you the best tip at the end. So now you need to make your crosshair small enough so that you can see your opponent's head. That way, you're hitting all your headshots. Now this could vary. You can do whatever you want with the crosshair as long as you're hitting headshots with it. So if I go on to the shooting range now, you can see my crosshair is small enough. You can see this guy's head, right? There we go. In my opinion, the crosshair that I have right now, I think is the best starting point for a beginner. You can look up other YouTubers. You can see many of them have maybe a dot. What they all have in common is that they're all able to hit headshots. And that's why there are many YouTubers that are high ranked. Not me. I'm not included. Definitely not. I'm Plat 1, man. Alright, so the next tip now. Go to settings. Go to general. Make sure shadows are off. Textures are off. And wraps are off. You know why? Well, your FPS will be higher. And that's the basic principle of a FPS game. The higher your FPS, the less lag you have. And the more chances that you have of hitting a headshot. That one's self-explanatory. And also, if you haven't already, you can disable your graphics quality to about 2, 3, or 4. I'd say around there, depending on your device. So the next tip, settings, scroll down, sensitivity. Now, 2 signs you're running on a low sensitivity. When you're moving your mouse, when you're aiming in on someone, your arm feels sluggish, the mouse feels sluggish, everything just feels slow. And so that means you're running on too low of a sensitivity. You need to bump it up. Now for the opposite, if you're too high on FPS, your mouse probably is shaking. You're probably just not aiming at all. You're probably just going like this. And that's clearly not going to help you. So definitely bump it down. And it also just depends on playstyle. So if you're a sniper player, stick to lower. If you are a movements player, stick to slightly higher. Well, I can't recommend you anything, but if you're a bit of both, stick to the middle. This relies heavily on experimenting your sensitivity. Once you've found your sensitivity, stick to it. Please, please stick to it. Do not change it. One mistake I see a lot of players make is that they copy higher ranked players. Their settings are tailored towards them. And so there's no use in copying that. And the final tip I'm going to make on this section is to scroll down to your field of view. If your field of view is down here, what is this? Look at me and tell me that you can get Nemesis rank like this or whatever the highest rank is. Because if we go on the shooting range, what is this? Everything is so zoomed in. You can't see anything practically. You can't see your peripherals that well. And well, look at this. This is so bad. Who can actually play like this? I don't know. What I recommend is, well, somewhere up to here. 100 may be the average, but this also just depends on you. But please do not stick to a low FOV. Me, I just like to keep mine on around 92. But this just depends on preference. And also, if you want to improve FPS, you can also just disable those. But that's it for the instant method of improving your aim. You should right now maybe see some sort of change with these settings applied. But now we're going to move on to how to actually improve your skill and improve your aim. And well, the first tip is quite straightforward actually. Just play free-for-all. Play the arcade servers, whether it be gun game, team deathmatch, or free-for-all. If you have no friends, if you don't have anyone to play with, free-for-all is your best friend here. One thing I do not want to see from anyone is going to here and matchmaking through there. Because the chances of getting someone that is the same skill level as you is quite low. Really, do not use that. If anything, you could probably use 1v1, but sometimes they're quite unreliable. So I'd say do free-for-all. The next tip I would say is going into any sort of match. It could be 1v1, it could be anything, but add a twist to it. Only use the default loadout. This will improve your skill massively because you're not relying on any pay-to-win weapons. You've got a handgun, you've got an AR. That's all you really need to rank up. You don't need to pay to win. You don't really need an exo gun. You don't really need a flamethrower. All of them are just added bonuses. But what I want you to master is the default loadout. If you can use a default loadout, you're better than 80% of players already. Now, moving on to the best tip of this video to improve your aim is using aim trainers. Straight up, use aim trainers, please. And you know why? Well, let me show you. We're just going to click on one. We're going to start. Bear in mind, I haven't done this in a while, but let's go. I'm going to speedrun this, by the way. Practicing this, guys, 10-15 minutes a day will go a long way. The application for this is Aim Labs. Download it. Honestly, it will help you so much. And something else that will help you is if you go to your settings, go to your crosshair, literally copy your Roblox Rivals crosshair, paste it onto here, and also your sensitivity, copy everything, paste it into here, and you're good. It's that simple. It's that easy. That's all the tips that I have for you. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, more videos on the way, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.